Our reading for December 30th from Goodness and Light by Urbis Books is Jesus the Worker by Walter J. Ciszek. There was the realization that work of itself is not a curse, but a sharing in God's own work of creation, a redemptive and redeeming act, noble of itself and worthy of the best in man, even as it was worthy of God himself. There is a tremendous truth contained in the realization that when God became man, he became a working man, not a king, not a chieftain, not a warrior or a statesman or a great leader of nations, as some had thought the Messiah would be. The Gospels show us Christ, the teacher, the healer, the wonder worker. But these activities of his public life were the work of 3 short years. For the rest of the time of his life on earth, God was a village carpenter and the son of a carpenter. He did not fashion benches or tables or beds or roof beams or plow beams by means of miracles, but by hammer and saw, by axe and adze. He worked long hours to help his father, and then became the support of his widowed mother by the rough work of a hill country craftsman. Nothing he worked on, as far as we know, ever set any fashions or became a collector's item. He worked in a shop every day, week in and week out, for some 20 years. He did the work all of us have to do in our lifetimes. There was nothing spectacular about it. There was much of the routine about it, perhaps much that was boring. There is little we can say about the jobs we do or have done that could not be said of the work God himself did when he became a man. God, sometimes it seems like you are so different from us that you're unrelatable, and yet that is the work of the incarnation, that you became relatable in the form of Jesus, in the workaday grind of things, in the extraordinary moments of grace and community, but also in the lifetime of work just to keep body and soul together, to create a life and to sustain it. Help us remember that you are the life bringer and the sustainer of all that we are and all that we have. May we rely on you and trust you to know what it is like to be us. Amen. Today is January 6th. This is Epiphany, and this is the last day of our readings from Goodness and Light from Urbis Books. Today's reading is from Joyce Rupp, Remembering the Sacred Presence of the One Who Dwells Among Us. May we look for your goodness in people who seem least likely to carry your love. May we behold your radiance in the ones we quickly pass by at home or work. May we discover your love in our deeper self when we feel unloving and irritable. May we embrace you in the persons whose faithfulness we take for granted. May we see your empathy in those serving the wounded of the world. May we recognize your courage in the valiant people who speak out for justice. May we notice your non-judgmental acceptance in those who keep an open mind. May we search for your gentleness when it is covered with harshness in another. May we observe your generosity in every gift we receive, no matter how small it is. May we reveal your mercy when we pardon someone for having turned against us. May we welcome your joy in the delightful voices and happy play of children. May we convey your compassion when we visit those with illness and poor health. May we detect your patience in those who put up with our impatience and hurry. May we unite with your peace hidden beneath the layers of the world's disharmony. O Divine One, you came into our world in the form of a newly emerged child, fresh and fragile as all of us at our birthing. You came as a beloved one filled with the radiance of eternal light. As you grew in humanness, your life and teachings revealed the vast goodness of your inner being. We now carry your loving spirit of radiance within us. We can easily miss this gift in the press of our activities and our clouded inner vision. Skim away the inattentiveness of our minds and the crust of unloving on our hearts. As we prepare to celebrate the wonder of your birth, help us discern your concealed presence in each part of our life. And what else can we say to that? But amen.